final view of our location today, Sacramento, the capital of California. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Kings last season failed to snap their league-long playoff drought. Coach Luke Walton said it's about building a culture, getting on the same page, and getting better. I truly feel right now we're a much better team. So as a coach, I'm happy with where we're at and where we're headed. Kevin, back to you.
I bet they are. Thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Derrick Rose is out there with Wright. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Griffin. And it's Luke in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Brian is out there with Wallace. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Rose. Pass to Griffin. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Over to the wing. There's the lob to the hoop. And stolen by Wallace. Hardaway passes to McGrady. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Rose. 17 points in his last outing. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by Wallace. Griffin with the steal. Outside Rose. And Griffin, here we go. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender. Has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of this one. The first one falls. And McGrady drops them both. And here's Rose. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Wallace. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Wallace, just an unreal defender. An undersized center who blocks shots and pounds the glass like a madman.
That one misses. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Now here's Rose. Good D by Howard.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop. Oh, what a play!
Yeah, love seeing Brian just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
And now the first time out called here for Detroit.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Josh Jackson's checked in for Griffin. And Hayes subbed in for Rose. And Wallace slams it in.
They're still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
1:16 left to play in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Outside Bryant, passes it to Howard, to the inside. McGrady outside. A 3 ball. Another shot. Oh, good on that one. Some solid defense from Grant. To the middle. Here's Okafor. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Hayes. He's covered closely. Jackson misses. Kings leading now by 7. Now the pass to McGrady. Outside Hardaway. McGrady kicks to Bryant. Pass to Wallace. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Right outside. Pass to Grant. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Sacramento Kings in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Luke in at the 2. 6 to shoot. Okafor against Howard. No good from Grant. Kings leading now by 11. To the paint. And there's Penny Hardaway on the assist by McGrady. Hardaway has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Hardaway with the steal. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Here's Rose. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To end the run, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Kobe. Here's Howard. Lays it up and banks it in. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Hayes kicks to Griffin. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
For Sacramento, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Jackson, he's checked in for Detroit. Wright comes in for Hayes. Bryant hits them both.
and they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
.119 left to play here in the half. Here's Plumlee. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Bryant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bryant's got 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Griffin. 52 seconds left here in the second. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get in the rock inside the paint.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Hardaway passes to McGrady. On the wing, Bryant. It's up a 3. Kept alive. Howard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
There's Rose with the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Jackson passes to Rose. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Rose has got his second basket. Here's Hardaway. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Sacramento Kings sitting at a 21-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in the number 2 pick in 2018. Still a ton of upside from Marvin Bagley. And that's all.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Penny Hardaway.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Now here's Wright. He is still scoreless so far in this one. We've got Wallace. Tracy McGrady is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Kobe. And it's Howard in at the 5. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Outside Griffin. And it's sent back by Wallace. Bryant drives in. Yep, it counts. Kobe's got 10 points in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Out left to the wing. A wide open look here for Wright. Misses the 3. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Now here's Kobe, the fast break opportunity. Here's McGrady. Okafor against Wallace.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. They get it again. Here's Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And just an amazing shot fake there from Howard, effectively bringing the defender off the ground and just going right into the contact.
And so Howard nails both of them. For Detroit, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Hayes, the pass to Grant.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Feeds to McGrady. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Josh Jackson's checked in for Blake Griffin. Hayes hits them both. Kings have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Outside Hardaway. Here's Kobe. Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Pistons shooting just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Count that one.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Outside for Kobe. Here's the 3. And no good. The Pistons go the other way with it. Stops. Pops. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Right, he's checked in for Detroit. Rose comes in for Hayes. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And not a whole lot that he can do. Once Howard is in position for the dunk, you might as well start jogging back the other way.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Jahlil Okafor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rose kicks to Plumlee. Bangs home the trifecta. Plumlee's got 5 now.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Dane Ellington is out there with Wright. Then there's Doumbouya. And there's Jackson, and it's Stewart in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's McGrady. Good on the shot. McGrady's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Sacramento. And, well, Detroit shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Pass to Ellington. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Kings. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And right, here we go. Good D by Hardaway.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And it's Wallace slamming it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the call will be against Ben Wallace. That's his first foul. Hayes is checked in for the Pistons. Here's Hayes. The pass to Ellington. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Ellington defending. And that one's good. McGrady.
McGrady, as accomplished a mid-range shooter as we have in the game, keeps that high release point on the jump shot.
Pass to Ellington. To the inside, Stewart. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6+ foul, and then they stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Now here's Hayes, guarded by Hardaway. And it's sent back by Howard. Inside. Wallace, right side. Now, here's McGrady. He's tightly guarded. Count it. Good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 17 seconds left in the 4th. Well, this one is winding down now. Sacramento can run out the clock. Now McGrady. Oh, that's blocked. Howard, that's good. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and Dave